Hey, this is Darren with Arbitrage Trade. It's time for Deep Dive with Daniel, who is still across the seas. He doesn't want to come home, I guess. This specific blog this week he did was on understanding market bubbles and lessons from the .com era. We'll go over that, and then today's tech giants are also having a big part of that, and are basically the reason why. So basically, they are yesterday's .coms. And you do continue to hear that right now. You hear about the .com bubble, and you hear about the financial crisis of 2008 being compared, or even the depression, and all this is just being thrown at us, Daniel. But let's concentrate on the .com. What is a bubble, first of all?
Yeah, so a bubble is when essentially valuations run very hot beyond what their kind of potential business value is, and it creates this perpetual system where everyone kind of just starts buying into a frenzy, and valuations just get more and more crazy until everyone kind of decides that, oh, this is a good time to take profit. And then everyone starts doing it, and it creates a cascading effect back down as everyone sells and realizing what they invested in was way over their skis.
Right, right. I know that did happen in the .com era, and you're like you said, everybody just kept buying and buying and buying. You've got an example we'll bring up a
Mhm.
little bit later, but I know that right now the offenders, it used to be the Mag 7. I think that's kind of condensed, but then it comes back again. It's crazy. It's like it's these seven were planned to pump the market, keep it up, and make it look like everything's just fine with the fires behind that meme. So any comment on that? The Mag 7, maybe which ones are going to continue, which ones are going to go backwards, which one shouldn't be in there anymore? Should it be just five? Are you tired of hearing names being put together for stocks? Just give us some info there.
Well, I think it's not even, I don't know what the name for it is anymore is, but the Mag 7 is now like, I don't think it's like the Mag 4 or something, right?
Four or five, something in there. I don't know.
And they make up like the top four S&P stocks make up 60% of like the S&P market return.
Yes.
And obviously like the ones that have the most sustainable business, I think it's like Google and Apple. I can't remember what the other one is. Um, but the new kind of boys club is Nvidia, and that's the
Oh,
one
yeah.
that everyone's kind of wondering, like, is it here to stay, or is it a Cisco situation where it had a big
Right.
valuation run to 2000 and then collapsed, and the stock price never really did anything again. Good business, viable business, but didn't can have a run like Microsoft did, for example.
Right. Right. So it's like you said, it rhymes. It rhymes a lot.
Mhm.
Very few lines don't rhyme anymore. And of
Yeah.
course, it was kind of built up by the like you said, I think the easy credit, easy money, almost free money, and then they throw in the Fed throws in all this money on top of that. Congress throws in more money on top of that, and it's just like a big pot of money that these funds have just gone crazy with. And it's like they don't know which way to go now. They're kind of stuck at the top, and if they start pulling profits from that, then it's going to hurt the overall market, because in general the rest of the market has been kind of flatter down during this whole time, and those have been the ones that have just kind of kept it up there. So I do see it. I do see it as a problem, and they keep pushing it.
Mhm.
They just keep pushing it further down the road, and eventually, like it happened last time, it's going to pop. Um, or they'll go, and I think I'm hearing now. Aren't you hearing like software is the next? They're trying to move it. They're just trying to say, okay, chips now go over to software, and I'm starting to hear little things about that. Is that have you heard that yet or no?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's always kind of shifting.
The next thing, yeah.
But it's kind of hard to say, especially with like this whole new AI thing. Is It's like still kind of inning like one or two. So where it actually ends up, I don't know. And it's one of those things where it's like these valuations can run a lot longer than anyone thinks before they do have
Right.
some kind of correction, right? Is it good 2000s? Probably not, because technology is like a much more viable business now. We know how they make money and whatnot. It's just we are definitely on like an AI hype train, at least as far as
Yeah,
tech valuations go.
2 years, at least. And then you look at Nvidia being um, investigated, and then you wonder if that's just how they can take some profit, justify taking profit now, or what's going on there. But they have those companies that they set up that they basically like kick back to themselves. So I guess that's just all going to be investigated. And then when it's time for the stock to go, then that'll be like the results of that'll come out or something. Who knows? But it's sitting way up on a perch.
Mhm.
So you wanted to compare pets.com. So just do you have some background on that?
Yeah, so pets.com was one of those darlings of the dot com bubble where um, I forget what it IPO'd at, but it went from it went from an $11 share, which was, maybe a couple $1 million in market cap, and then quickly reached over $300 million when they had zero profit. And then once the dot com collapse happened in November, they quickly went down to a single dollar, right? So
Yep.
they, got cut by, 9 tenths and just absolutely destroyed. And they're kind of used as like a prime example as like a bubble that, company that had no real business being there. It wasn't valuable and, never recovered for anything. But
They all yeah.
the example that, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was
No,
just gonna
I was
say
gonna
it
say the example that
yeah.
that
Tag, you're it.
I think we have
Go for
yeah,
it.
we have a little delay.
We have a
So
delay going on here.
the example that Amazon it was is that they were also an unprofitable business during the time. They also got hit during that 2000 bubble, but they were a legitimate business behind the scene that just
Right.
never turned a profit, and somehow
Mhm.
Bezos was able to kind of keep investors on the during that entire time. And obviously now they're, one of the Mag 7 top companies in the world, right? Like one of the
Yep.
most innovative companies in the world. So,
Yep.
it's and I say this to say that like, Nvidia, great company. Obviously is it pets.com? No, it's been around a long time. They make money and all that kind of stuff. But like nobody knows what actually comes out of this AI thing as the next big company. And OpenAI, they're private, right? But if they were public, like would it be them or are they the MySpace to Facebook? You know, we don't
Right.
know.
Right. So back then it was I mean, it's a perfect example. Back then, if you just said .com after anything, then you could get a jump in the market. And so that's what's happening now with if you just say AI, and they are pushing it probably even harder than they did the .com. So like you said, there'll be winners, there'll be losers, and probably a lot of people will be losers because overall, if the stock market dives, then that hurts pension funds and everything else. So we'll have to see what Janet Yellen will do in response to that, what the Fed will do in response to that, throw more money out there, and we'll just start the whole thing over again. So, with all that in
Yeah.
mind, what do you think? We're not, remember, we're not financial advisors, but what do you think investors should do right now if they've got some money they want to invest in? Where should they go with it?
I mean, I think the easy thing is always like, kind of just going in the index, right? So you're diversified. You don't have that heavy risk if the top Mag 7 do go
Mhm.
down while everything else, kind of stays stable. And, it's always good, in my opinion, to keep cash on hand just a little bit, whether that's in bonds or in cash. And then, this way, if markets do go down, you can, kind of buy the dip if you have the stomach to be greedy while others are feel fearful. But not everyone's able to follow that Warren Buffett advice because when it's raining, it seems like it's going to be pouring forever. And even the services we provide at Arbitrage are a good alternative to your traditional market
Mhm.
exposure. To
Mhm.
have these AI services kind of trading for you in a differentiated way.
Yep. I mean, if they use them, then there's
That's
no
not
reason that
financial advice. That's not financial advice.
exactly. But if that's what the institutions use is algorithms, and we feel that we've got a better algorithm, it's not financial advice, but we're just saying, hey, why not just match and do what they do, and make some money in the foreign exchange market, right? So
Mhm.
um, use Pips, our little AI bot. That's all I got. If you have anything you want to throw in there before we let you go back to maybe sleep or whatever you do, I don't know what time it is over there.
Gotta keep working. I'm up
There you
now.
go. There you go. It is 5 in the morning or 4?
6:40.
It's the other way. 6. Yeah, yeah, 6:40. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your work week's starting. So I'm gonna get out of here so I can go home and sleep. Thanks for coming by again from across the sea, and for these subjects that are timely and important for people to know. So thanks, Daniel.
Yep. Catch you next time, Darren.
All right, bye.